Hey everyone, this is Vegas Susie Q with my part 2 of my 18-month post-op video. I want to cover a lot in this segment. I'm going to have to do this in 3 parts because there's so much that I want to put out there for you guys and for myself. First, I'm going to do my full body shot because I promised that I would. So let me move the chair out of the way. My pants are big, so I'll try to keep it. They're like really big, but they're comfortable. So here's my side shot, and me forward. Another side shot, and a back. And these are 14s, and they're like really big. They might be 16s, but I could like fold them. But we went to the zoo today, and I was comfortable. My shirt was a gift. It's a friend of mine bought it for me. It's a medium from New York & Company, and it was a goal shirt. So I'm really happy I can wear it and show her that I met that goal. My belly. So this is going to kind of flow us into part 2. That's where I have the most skin that needs to be removed. I am contemplating skin removal. I'm looking into surgeons right now. I know there's a couple of people that I watch on YouTube that went to Dr. Aga in Newport Beach, and so I've been looking at his work and kind of praying about whether or not that's for me. I'm a little afraid to go under the knife, which is really weird because I did it voluntarily for this surgery, but I'll talk about why in a few minutes. So I'm not going to show you my belly because I'm really not comfortable with that part of my body, but I'll show you my arms. I am working out so you can see my definition, but this hangs. And so I would like to get that removed. My inner thighs, my thighs I won't wear short, I like shorts that are longer. And then obviously my stomach. My stomach has so much extra skin that the doctors told me that there's at least 20 pounds on my total body that will need to be removed, but more than 70% or around 70% of that is my stomach. My boobs have completely dropped. They have, I was not prepared to look that horrible, because when you're fluffy, everything is full and filled, and now there's no fluff. There is, I still am not at goal, and I need suggestions on what I need to do to get myself out of that plateau, but that will be in video 3. This video I want to more talk about what I was not prepared for, what was not ever told to me, I never saw in any YouTube video, and it happened to me. About a year out of surgery, I started experiencing fear, a lot of fear of being sick, fear of needing surgery, fear of the doctor, fear of all kinds of things that were never there. And I started for the first time really experiencing anxiety, to the point of going to the hospital with numbness completely down my left side, thinking I was having a stroke. And it was never told to me that this is actually a very common thing for people that have bypass, people that have sleep, people that have rapid weight loss surgery, or weight loss surgery I should say, because in my case it hasn't been that rapid. It's a very common side effect to the surgery, and I was not prepared for that. I thought I was going crazy. I cried. I ended up depressed. I couldn't get out of bed, really. I had to force myself because I have children, I have a husband, and I was working at the time. And I had heard of transfer addiction. I was prepared for that. I was watching myself to make sure I wouldn't transfer my addiction. I was not prepared to feel like I had no control over my thoughts, over my body, over my anxieties and fears. That was very hard for me. So I went to my doctor, and she wanted to put me on something to help control it, but I'm just not comfortable with antipsychotic medications. So what I decided to do was alleviate, or try to alleviate, some of the stresses in my life. And one of the big ones was my job. And I am very blessed. I have a very supportive husband. He knew that this job was killing me, basically. I was working, for the last 16 months, 50 to 60 plus hours a week. And most of my panic attacks would happen at work. And I started meditation. I started praying a lot more. I really tried to look at the root of the problem of what I was afraid of. And I think it just comes down to the fact that I don't have a safety barrier anymore. My fat was my safety barrier, and I feel very exposed. I feel like I don't, just not the way that I feel like I was healthier when I was bigger than now that I've lost all this weight, and I don't know why that is. And I still haven't got my answer to that. I'm still battling with the that mental portion of it. But I was not prepared for that, and I want people to be aware of it, because from what I'm being told from many doctors is it's increasingly happening to people, and it can happen 2 years down the road, it can happen a month down the road, and it's not anything that they can predict that you would be affected by. I have not ever had these kinds of issues. I mean, it's to the point where it's almost made me afraid to go anywhere, like agoraphobic. And so, of course, I force myself to go, and I try not to focus on bad things that can happen. But it's getting better. It is getting better. I think I just had to eliminate some of the stresses that were in my life. Another thing I wasn't really prepared for was the acne. I've gone to several doctors, and I mean, I don't know if you can see, but down here I've been getting it even on my neck, which is totally foreign for me. And there's really nothing that they can do. Again, they said that it's a side effect of surgery. I have been finding a lot of lumps in my body. I've had some CT scans done. My neck here, I have lumps that are just like cysts. There was more lumps found in my breast and in my abdomen, and actually in my upper thighs. They're all non-cancerous, thank God. And they do believe that they've been there for a long time, but I couldn't feel them because of the extra padding that I had from all my weight. But it's very scary to go through thinking that you have changed your life, you have changed the way that you eat, you've changed and made sure that you're exercising, and you've done this dramatic thing to your body to be healthy, and you don't feel healthy. So that's something that I'm still going through, and that has really affected me not making videos. The other thing is, because I'm having, when I had surgery, they had diagnosed me with thyroid disease, and they knew that even with the surgery, it was going to be difficult for me to lose weight, but they didn't anticipate it would be this hard. My thyroid has been regulated and is regulated, and it's been regulated since probably 3 or 4 months after surgery, but I'm still having very difficult time with losing weight. And I work out at least 4-5 days a week. I am training to run a half marathon right now, so I am able to, or I should say, I'm able to do things that I couldn't do bigger, but I feel discouraged because I work out so hard and I don't see the result. And that is what happened before I had surgery. I had trainers, I had gym memberships, I worked my butt off, counted everything that went into my mouth, and I could not drop any weight. And that's what's happening again. I know that a lot of you are going to say, hey, you've lost 70 or 80 pounds. That's a great accomplishment. You've lost almost 100 inches off of your body. And I'm not saying that that's not a great accomplishment, but it feels incomplete because I feel like I should be closer to goal, and I'm not. And I don't know how I'm going to get there. But those are some issues I need to touch on. I'm at 11 minutes, so I got to cut this video. But I will be back with session 3 in a few moments. Bye.